U.S. Open of 1988, the men's final. Wilander of Sweden leads 2-1 over the number 1 seed, Ivan Lendl. Lendl serving first game, fourth set.
15 love.
Last time he was down 2-1 at the U.S. Open was in the 83 final when he lost to Jimmy Connors.
I saw him once. There'll be some disturbance behind Lendl.
Security up in that section. They've sent a security guard up.
Started to say that I saw Lendl trailing John McEnroe, the French Open final. Lendl lost the first 2 sets, was down a break in the third, and he hung in there and came back to win. That was the first Grand Slam event Ivan ever won.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, please, no flash balls.
Those of you who watched the Rams defeat the Detroit Lions 17-10, welcome to the U.S. Open 1988, the finals, the men's final. Ivan Lendl, the number 1 seed, against Wilander, number 2. Wilander leads 2-1. This is the first game of the fourth set. Summerall here with Mary Carrillo and Tony Craver. Wilander has put the pressure on Lendl.
He has mixed his game up very, very nicely. You think of Mats as a baseliner, but he's been coming into the net.
40-30.
Again, 60 minutes will follow the U.S. Open tennis, except in the Pacific and Mountain time zones where it'll be seen at its regular time.
Maybe, huh?
Maybe.
The way we're going.
So Mike Wallace has been here for the whole package, more than 60 minutes. Game of the fourth set. Wilander will serve at love 1 in the fourth. He leads 2-1. The settled darkness is over the island of Manhattan and at the USTA's National Tennis Center. Love 15. Tony, what must Ivan Lendl do to get himself back even?
I think he should try to do more what he did there, and that's to take the short ball and jump on it, particularly his forehand. Not from way behind the baseline. Don't take any of those wild chances, things that aren't good percentage, but he has such a good forehand. He's got to be a little more aggressive, make more things happen.
Tactic that worked so well for Wilander, but not so well for Lendl.
Yeah, but I agree with Tony. He's got to keep doing that. Lendl finds himself in the same position that Agassi was in against Lendl yesterday. I mean, you're facing the percentages on the other side of the court. You've got to try to mix it up and do something bold.
There was nothing wrong with Lendl's tactic there. He just missed the volley.
Right.
He didn't go to his natural spot where the volley was to be cross court.
I think that's been Lendl's problem all day. It's technical errors, not tactical errors. And you can just see the frustration on this guy.
Come on.
It's really been his... There's Coach Roach looking down. Lendl's feeling down.
40.
Roach.
It's a break point here.
Get up what they call the snack wagon at CBS. The Roach coach.
Happened again.
Everything but the volley. Now, Lendl got down nicely with his forehand volley, but again, if we can see it, it's a very flat racket face on that ball, and Matz's shot was low, just clearing the top of the net. And with Ivan's grip, let's see if we can see it here coming in. He tries to cut under it there. Now watch this one. See how perfectly flat that was. Just drove it straight ahead right into the net. You've got to be open that face a little bit, cut the ball, which lifted over the net and kills a little speed so you can control it. Big point there. See, there are some people that would abandon the game plan when that didn't work, but you say there's nothing wrong with the strategy. Just physically, I didn't pull it off. You know, I didn't make the shot. If you go in there a bunch of times and get past enough, you say, "Ooh, I better try something else."
Advantage Wilander.
In a lot of ways, Lendl's really trying to salvage his year. I mean, 1988's been tough for him. Have a look again. A ripping passing shot. Beautifully done. But he's only won 3 titles in 88. Monte Carlo, Rome, and Toronto. Compare that. There are his parents. Compare that to a year like 85 when he won 11 titles, including the Open. 86 and 87 when he won both the French and U.S. Opens.
He also did say, Mary, that if he won this one, it would still be a pretty good year.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime you win a Grand Slam, any place, anytime, it makes your year.
Martina Navratilova has had a frustrating year as well. I mean, for someone who used to really own the whole year, she went through all of '88 without winning a Grand Slam event as well.
And it's his second ace. 1-all on the fourth, we are. 2 hours, 59 minutes have elapsed in this match.
Lendl goes to change his racket on the ball change. My favorite Lendl story of the whole year is when Roger Smith of the Bahamas, ranked 150 in the world at the time, beat Ivan Lendl in a second-round shocker at Stratton Mountain, and afterwards was so excited about it, in the locker room he asked Lendl for his autograph.
That was when Lendl made his comment after that loss, and frankly, I'm only interested in winning Grand Slam events, but I didn't sit too well with the local people.
Sure didn't.
Ivan will serve now. In 3 hours we've been at it, or they've been at it.
That was a different kind of miss on Matz's overhead than those that Ivanov missed. He was charging in, and Lendl really made a good offensive lob from that tough spot, and he could barely get his racket on it. Five
aces now for Lendl. Next Saturday, Florida State goes to Clemson to play the number 3 ranked Tigers, live at 2:30 Eastern Time here on CBS. Bends the net 60 times, 140.
Wilander's been there 81 times.
That's astonishing.
This is how to dispatch the short ball. See, Matz's ball hits inside the service line. Don't even get another swing at it.
Okay, Lendl.
2-1 Lendl in the fourth.
Lendl leads 2-1.
And now the tournament summary, sponsored by AT&T, the right choice. The match is 3 hours, 3 minutes long. So far, unforced errors, 48 for Lendl, 21 for Wilander. Winners, 58 for Ivan and 23 for Matz.
Please. Quiet, please.
We're in the fourth set of the men's finals. Mats Wilander serving at 1-2 in the fourth. He leads 2 sets to 1.
You know, if I asked you to describe these two players as how they play, you'd say basically baseliners, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
And both of them. They've played 212 points in this match. 141 times one or the other has been to the net.
Lendl, seeded number 1. Mats Wilander, number 2.
Again,
At
please.
the USTA's National Tennis Center. That's the situation in the finals of '88.
Just watching Lendl make that last forehand volley, if you actually missed it, but to me there's a little bit too much hand movement in there, wrist move. That should be a locked wrist position. And you move the sort of the forearm with the elbow movement, but you don't want any wrist or hand motion in there. A little wristy and you make mistakes. Let that one bounce.
And to his everlasting credit, Lendl continues to come in, even though he's missed so many important volleys. This one he handles, as you say, by bouncing it. He's got an easier play on the ball.
It's 15-all.
Match didn't like the call. He asked Jay Snyder, the umpire, if he saw it. I really want to take this opportunity to congratulate the officials, lines people, the umpires. They do a fantastic job every place, but particularly at the U.S. Open. Ball boys and ball girls, you hardly even notice them, but what a terrific job they've done.
He's not used to seeing his man miss 2 returns in a row.
Particularly on this kind of a surface.
Yeah, it's just not like him.
Game to Mats. 2-2 in the 4th. Let's go to Pat O'Brien.
Thank you, Pat, with Matt Doyle, Matt's coach. You guys worked late on that serve last night, right?
I don't know how he was doing it. It was about 20 minutes past dark, and he was still serving, but he's got a better rhythm today, and it looks like his motion's a little more... he's happy with it anyway. I think today he served much better than he has through the time.
But you were practicing in the pitch dark last night.
Well, I think he was like a bat or something. He was doing it by radar, but yeah, he was late.
The story of that may be that Mats doesn't have lights on his court at home. Back to you, Pat.
The lights have been on here for a long time. And it looks like they're going to burn some more electricity before this is over.
They've actually been on just about 2 hours. I think they turned on at 5:35. It's now 7:35.
From the press box, the view here at the National Tennis Center.
They're a long ways away.
Yeah.
Wonderful shot there.
30 love.
The top spinners normally want to go cross court with the ball. This time Ivan strokes it with a lot of pace for a winner down the line.
Ivan Lendl working on his 4th title here at the U.S. Open. Richard Sears way back in the old days.
You remember that, don't you? Remember calling that one?
Just barely.
Game Lendl. Lendl leads
3-2 Lendl.
Exactly what he's got in his hand right
That's
there.
the situation now. Wilander won the first
Again,
set,
ladies and gentlemen,
6-4,
please, no flash
and the third,
ball.
6-3. Lendl won the second set.
Quiet, please.
And he leads 3-2 in the fourth. Wilander serving.
We heard Wilander's friend Matt Doyle talk about how Wilander was practicing his serve on into the night last night, as we have a look at another huge down-the-line pass from Lendl. I remember when John McEnroe's old friend Stacy Margolin, she told me a story about the night before John had to play Borg in their first Wimbledon final. He got up at 2 o'clock in the morning, went to one of his rackets, unzipped it, took a bunch of serving swings in his pajamas.
Please, no
He knew
flash
he had to
ball.
serve well in that final.
He also couldn't sleep, obviously.
Again, to bring you up to date on today's progress in the NFL. The Raiders over Houston. Buffalo over Miami. That's the final. Tampa Bay beat Green Bay. New Orleans over Atlanta. Washington by 1 over the Steelers. 49ers beat the Giants. Cincinnati beat Philadelphia. The Bears over the Colts. And the Jets beat the Browns.
Matz gets his final backhand in a perfect place down the line and right at Lendl's feet. Hits just inside the service line, about where Lendl was. He had to try to half volley it and couldn't handle it. 40-15. Wilander trying to get even at 3-all in the fourth set. He leads 2-1.
Game Wilander, 3-all.
He gets even. The rest of the football scores. Seattle over the Chiefs. Denver beat the Chargers. Minnesota overwhelmed New England. And the Rams beat Detroit. All those finals. At Yankee Stadium in 18 innings. The Yankees again beat Detroit 5-4. And the Red Sox lost, so the Yankees pick up a game.
18 innings. Well, there are 2 unforced errors in this game for Matz. He's not accustomed to that.
3-all in the 4th set. Lendl serving.
7th game of the 4th set. Many think the pivotal game in sets and matches.
The 7th game.
A lot of people think so. I don't necessarily agree. I think they're all pivotal. And particularly you get somebody who's, break their serve. Wait till you see where this backhand approach
30-all
by Wilander lands. If we can show it again, I don't know if we got time. Here it is. Watch this now. Look at that. Right on the baseline, about a foot from the sideline. He extracts this rather short lob. Here he sets up now. Let's watch his reaction after he makes the smash. Yes, sir. 30-all.
Break point.
The coaches and supporters, the friends of both players, obviously very anxious.
gets his break. 4-3 in the
Wilander
fourth.
leads 4-3.
Mats Wilander, the number 2 seed, serving at 4-3 in the fourth set. He leads 2-1.
Again, this is good where Mats is good about adding pressure. He's had to force himself to do that over the years, too, because that was not his instinct. And, Pat, as you recall, we saw him win the French, I think, 82. He just stayed back and just kept it going and kept it going. They're on their feet.
Love.
And Mats was off his feet. God, that was a big point.
Quiet, please.
Played so boldly.
Quiet, please.
He frankly said one time,
Thank you.
I don't want to be number 1.
Yep.
Too much pressure.
Well, he also said that he always felt there was so much to improve in his game that he didn't deserve to be one.
Now he wants it.
30-15.
And he said there are other things in life, frankly, besides tennis. I don't want to just devote all my time to tennis and do nothing else. But he's gotten so close, and obviously if he wins this, as we said, next time the computer rankings come out Monday, he will be number 1 in the world.
Quiet, please.
30-15.
Of course, this man stands in his way.
30-all.
Yvonne's mother first taught him how to play this game. Here's that huge forehand winner again. And he's still very much in the fight. No mistake about that.
30-all.
That's about the only way you can get a ball past somebody from that deep is to roll it sharply across court with topspin, and look at his reaction as he gets to break point. Now here's the time, if what we're talking about is accurate, you'll see Wilander come in behind his serve. See if we're right or not.
Break point for Lendl. Trouble.
Game, Lendl.
And what I like about it is they did it with good shots. Watch the lob now. Wilander closed in 4-all. He had to commit himself, and watch Lendl stay down, then last minute roll it up, and watch the reaction.
Quiet, please.
Tony Rochi, you know, a terrific player in his own right, a better doubles player, I guess, overall than singles, but he's got to be feeling the pressure as well.
Boy, don't you know. 4-all. New lineup tonight on CBS because of the length of this match. Murder, She Wrote will not be seen. We'll see 60 Minutes and then the CBS Sunday movie in Tree. But no Murder, She Wrote.
yesterday, one thing I know, and that's that Wilander wants this title as much as I do. You can tell by the way these two are playing each point how true that is.
He also said, I don't feel as much pressure because I've won this thing 3 times. Now, whether that's just conversation or not, I don't know.
Said the first time I won it, it was incredible. The second time was amazing. Third time was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And
Started running out of adjectives.
Fourth was going to be even better than that, he said.
Matz did not get a good piece of that volley right there. From up there, he really shouldn't have let Lendl get another swing. He mishit it a little bit, and he's angry with himself. As it was, Ivan Lendl had to make a terrific shot for the winners. And, of course, to show you the unforced errors, the names will be reversed. Final score, Houston came back to beat the Los Angeles Raiders 38-35. Here it's just over 3.5 hours that they've been playing. Just think if Wilander had been able to put that high backhand volley away, he would be looking at 2 break points.
30 all now. 4 all in the 4th. Seventh ace by Ivan Lendl.
You talk about some smoke. Woo. Watch this one, if you can see it, if you can follow it. Bends those knees, reaches up full extended, right down the center. Now that is really big smoke.
That game, Lendl. 5-4. Lendl leads 5-4 in the 4th set. Darkness has closed in on New York. The lights are still on, however, at the National Tennis Center. And the final between Ivan Lendl and Mats Wilander is still in progress.
So what you would like to have in it for the final of the U.S. Open? A good, high-quality match by the 2 top players in the world.
Well, that's certainly what we've had. 15-love. Wilander serving 4-5 in the 4th. He leads 2 sets to 1.
Same players as last year, but this is a much livelier match than that of a year ago. A lot more happening. A lot more wheels turning in the minds of both players.
The variation in this final is so much better than last year's. The fact that they are going in, that they're mixing things up. Last year, for a while, it was like watching paint dry, you know, just as seeing on the baseline, just rolling it back and forth, and not neither one trying to do anything.
Men's finals from the National Tennis Center in Flushing Meadow, New York.
Quiet, please.
The 1 and 2 seeds of this year's tournament. A dramatic match.
To apologize, but boy, was he happy that thing went in.
Do you think the apology was sincere?
Absolutely not.
It's habit. It's almost etiquette to do that, but they really are very happy, like you say. I'll take it.
5-all.
It's not a changeover, ladies and gentlemen. Please stay in your seats. Quiet, please.
That our next break will be a 64-second station break for all the stations. 64-second station break.
There's somebody yelled that there's some disruption way up the top to our right.
Quiet, please.
Not sure exactly what caused it.
Quiet, please.
Tough for the players now. You're getting down to really nitty-gritty time. You sure don't need some kind of interruption like that.
I heard someone yell at the end of that point.
It's 5-all 40 love with Lendl serving. leads 6-5.
Lendl leads 6-5.
And we'll be back at the U.S. Open after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Mats Wilander serving at 5-6 in the fourth. He leads 2-1.
We're either looking at a 4-set tiebreak or a 5-set match.
Love 15.
That's pretty tough anyway you look at it. I mean, Mats came in behind a pretty good shot. It wasn't really too deep, but still, Yvonne didn't have that much to work with.
And he went his favorite way down the line off that backhand. He goes cross-court just enough to keep you from really knowing he's going to do it all the time.
He likes to chip when he goes cross-court. Keep it, just slide it low. But when he winds up like that, you should be looking to the lines.
See where Lendl's standing behind the doubles alley, trying to hit a forehand. Some of them might miss their deadlines, huh?
They just might.
And dinner. That's no signal. Tony Roche is trying to stay warm. Watch this overnight. Lets it bounce.
30.
He doesn't really set up well. Watch how close his feet are together. He hits it. He actually falls backwards. But he angled it off, a little slice to it. See, he's not really leaning into that one. But he hit it for a winner anyway. Look at the reaction.
15-30.
He set points.
15-40.
This forehand just could not be better struck.
Again, this is a time when I would expect Wilander to serve and volley. It's a crucial time. That's usually what he tries to do. We'll see.
They both went back to their old instincts. That doesn't surprise me.
I'm going to take one more risk, and I'm going to say that Matt will come in behind this serve. As you say, Mayor, it's not his instinct.
Quiet, please.
Yvonne's parents trying to look relaxed.
Trying to look away.
Impossible.
He was coming.
Now I wonder if he'll come behind his second serve.
I don't think so. See where Lendl's standing now on the bottom of your picture.
That's awful. Oh, that's just terrible. Two maniacs just threw balls down onto the court in the middle of Motz's second serve.
Got to get two serves.
Really is uncalled for.
Motz just asked if he can get two serves, and that was granted him.
Ivan's got no argument at all here.
Let's hear it.
No, he wasn't. He didn't even toss the ball yet.
He didn't toss the ball, but he was starting his service motion.
It's no different than a ball rolls over from another court in the middle of the point. You play a let, you get two serves. You start all over.
Lendl's argument was that it's not as though Motz had already begun his swing. He's got two serves up.
Imagine the mentality of somebody doing that, throwing balls down.
Idiots.
Game and fourth set, Lendl. 7-5. Set for 2-all.
2-all.
Please remain in your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Lendl family is looking a little happier. Ivan's pretty pleased as well. Nice stab volley.
That's a lot tougher forehand volley than some that he's missed.
Yeah.
Well, these two have only gone 5 sets once. That was way back in 1982 at the French Open. It was a round of 16 match. Wilander won it. 6-2 in the fifth.
3 hours and 50 minutes to complete 4 sets. Last year's final, they played 4 hours and 40 minutes, I believe.
4:47, I think.
These two are both pretty good 5-set players. They're the two fittest players on tour.
Lendl's 28 years old and Mats is 24. They do work awfully hard off the court as well.
Rino Tomasi, the Italian prognosticator from Canale 5, said of this man that nobody is tougher after 4 hours.
He also picked Wilander to win in 5 sets. That's on the front of our draw sheets, his daily predictions.
Match is just about 4 hours old. He looks fit.
Yeah.
15-30.
Just a stroll.
The volley, the poor volley is forced by the good shot by Wilander. Got so low. Now this is simple. That part's real easy. Break points for Wilander. course, second serves get tough to hit and get deep.
First game, final set. Ball change.
Up in the press box here for the men's final at the U.S. Open.
Zeer op de hand van Wilander. Dat is ook wel begrijpelijk. Ook van Lendl staat al zoveel jaren staat hij aan de top in de wereld. Dat het wel eens tijd wordt voor een afwisseling. Maar het is aan Wilander zelf.
And a look down at the stadium.
Wilander serving with new balls here. He has a break. First game of the final set in his pocket.
15 love.
Would fatigue be a factor, you think?
I don't think so. I think they can run on fumes now, Pat. You know, they're so excited, they're pumped up. Wilander ran to his chair after he broke that first serve, and they're both in fit and great shape. And if this is what you want, good tennis and the two best players in the world, we hope you're enjoying the U.S. Open final. This is Lendl's response off the first overhead. Patted it back up in the air, got it fairly deep, but of course with no spin or no drive on it, it was pretty easy to smash. 30 love.
Beautiful.
You know, it says something about the nature of this match as compared to last year's final with the same two guys. That was only a 4-set match, and it went nearly 5 hours. This is just coming into its 4th hour, and it's already in the 5th set.
What do you see developing from here?
It just means that they're both trying to end the points a lot earlier. They're being a lot more aggressive. A lot more fun to watch, I'll tell you that. Again, Mutz didn't get a real good piece of that volley. Sat up and plenty to give Lendl plenty of time.
30 all. 30 all. Last year's final, 4 hours, 47 minutes, is the longest in Open history. This one's almost 4 hours now. We've got a pretty good shot at breaking that record.
That's right. Point for Lendl.
Wilander 6-0 in 5-set matches this year. 5 please.
Break it, Evan! Break it!
5. Played 4 hours now.
You know, when you think about it, Matz has had 2 or 3 interruptions that were pretty tough on him. The time penalty thing was one, and then he was serving, and they threw the 2 balls down. Now here he's about to serve down break point, and some guys making some noise saying break him, and all that kind of stuff.
Deuce.
He's hung in there well.
Advantage, Wilander. Use.
Some people have departed, but there's still an awful lot here.
Deuce.
Big, heavy ground strokes there. Terrific tennis, and it's break point for Lendl again.
Through the 5th set.
Quiet, please.
Took a peek down at someone sitting in the front boxes and sort of points to, was it out? And he then turned around, obviously got a nod that it was out. All that does is settle you down, like you know that you haven't gotten a bad call.
Wilander has the advantage now.
The thing about the top spin lob like that, it's so well disguised because it comes off the same basic motion that you do your passing shot. And that's the ideal situation because your opponent coming in can't tell until you strike the ball whether you're just going to roll it, try to get it low, or you all of a sudden you rip up the back and get over their heads. Heck of a shot.
We're in the 5th set at the U.S. Open, the men's finals from the National Tennis Center. Lendl serving love 2 in the 5th.
Lendl was looking for a call.
Love 15.
He thought Wilander's shot in the beginning of that rally was big. Jay Snyder does not agree. Wilander taking the time that this argument will take to towel off. Where's the call?
Well, the only thing is, if you continue a point, you have no hope. You have to stop right then and plead your case. So if there's a continuation of play, then you can't come back and argue about what happened partway through the point.
I always like it though when the players look over to their coaches or their friends to confirm a call. I mean, you've got to, if you're on the players' team, you know, you've always got to say it's the right. Can you imagine if the bond looks over and says, "Was that call right?" And,
you say
and
no.
the coach says, "No, you got robbed, buddy. You got robbed."
15 all. Wilander in the 5th set. Men's final. Wilander will serve at 2-1 in the 5th. They're serving and playing for the #1 ranking in the world. Lendl trying to become the first man since Bill Tilden to win this title 4 times in a row.
Of course, Wilander trying to become the first Swede to ever win the U.S. Open men's singles.
Borg lost in the Open, 76, 78, 80, 81. And Wilander himself lost last year to the man he's playing tonight.
neither player is acting like it's the fifth set.
That's exactly I was going to say, but because Ivan just closed in so fast on this ball to get it above the top of the net. Look where he is. About one more step and he'd be into the net. And that is not somebody that's leg weary.
Of course, the laundry does pile up in these long matches.
Yes, it does. Those are his wristbands, his sweatlets. Lendl.
A lot of players like wearing white shirts in tough matches, too. They don't want their opponents to know just how badly they're sweating.
This looks like Matt's lost this ball somehow. It just seemed to me they got a very late start at trying to pick up the volley.
I heard him say the ball was not round. Take it out.
Which is the preferred shape.
Yeah. Two break points to get Lendl even.
Alan Alda still here.
He was here earlier today to watch Nicholas Pereira win the boys' junior title, so he's been here a long time.
Stasi still around. Anthony Quinn behind him.
Well, it's not the kind of match that you walk away from saying, well, this is in the bag.
I'll say 2-all now.
And another break.
Play is continuing, ladies and gentlemen, please.
Pretty good smash from a tough position by Lendl.
Could only get it done by popping that wrist at the last minute to get that racket head back down, to bring that ball down in the court.
2-2.
You know, have had very few breaks, really. Only one break in the first set. There were 3 in the second, 1 in the third, 3 in the fourth, and now 2 in this one.
Again, a reminder that 60 Minutes will follow the U.S. Open tennis, except on the West Coast, where it'll be seen at its regular time. I think.
Here's a second look. Well behind the baseline and going under that backhand, but he drives through it when he goes under it. A lot of people go straight down the back of that ball and don't get any forward thrust to it.
30 love.
8 aces for Ivan Lendl.
Lendl looking for the fastest tennis balls. That means the ones that aren't fluffed up quite so much. If you could do it, he'd prefer to have golf balls probably to drive through the air and go a little faster. Obviously, some differences of opinion on whether that ball was good or not.
The score is up there, though, 40-15.
Here's a look right here. Looked pretty good to me. People right behind that line stood up and booed. They thought it was a bad call. Jay Schneider didn't make the call. It wasn't far enough out for him to change it, so it stands.
Second serve. Game, Lendl.
Lendl leads 3-2 in the 5th set. We're in the 5th set of the men's final of the U.S. Open of 1988. Mats Wilander serving at 2-3 in the 5th. Elapsed time 4 hours and 21 minutes.
Both players have made some remarkable passing shots from very, very deep behind the baseline.
Heavily spun first serve. That's why Lendl mistimed it. Matt Doyle is trying to cheer on his friend, Mats Wilander.
Go, Mats. Go, Mats. That's fine for you to say, but I'm doing all the running.
Yeah. This guy's hitting the ball back pretty hard. He'll jump on this one.
point of the match. 1 volley, 2, 3.
5, please.
Watch this. Those are 2 baseliners, folks.
30 all.
What an important point. If Lendl could have pulled that one off,
5,
it would be 2 break points instead of 30 all.
We're in the 5th set.
Points in a row, Wilander has won.
5, please. Wilander.
3 all now in the 5th.
And Nats has broken a string.
Alerting our stations right now that the next break will be a 64-second station break. The next break will be a 64-second station break.
Play is continuing, ladies and gentlemen. Quiet, please.
You know, I don't think Mott's busted a string. I think he just wanted something with a little more tension.
Well, he showed it to the umpires. He went by and held it up.
Yeah.
I would assume that's what he did, but
I sure didn't hear it. I think he just wanted to change rackets.
It's 3 all.
both players still are. We're talking about, is there a fatigue factor? I don't think there is at all. They'll feel it later, I'm sure, but not right now.
Well, it's fairly cool.
Yes, it is.
So that helps.
And even to start, humidity was down. That also helps.
Still, they'll both probably sleep in tomorrow.
I would imagine.
Bad volley here by Ivan. Right there. Boy, had the whole court just run it down the line. There's no way Wilander could have gotten across that baseline. Instead, he went right back to him.
Quiet, please.
And it cost him the point. 15 all. Easy from up here, however.
Yeah, well, both these guys are much more natural passers than volleyers. That's why it's so important for both of them to do a lot with that first volley. You don't want to be up there having to swing too much.
please.
Coming up on 4.5 hours.
These two are going to break their own record.
4:47, right? Last year.
Longest match, the U.S. Open.
15:30.
Break points.
This match reminds me of something I read about Bjorn Borg earlier this summer. Borg said that when he looks back at some of the unbelievable matches he produced, he can't believe he did the things he did.
Yeah.
He said, these days, I could only concentrate for about one game.
15:40.
Quiet, please.
You know, throughout this match, Lendl has served 2 double faults. Wilander has served none. Awfully good serving. Wilander breaks and leads 4-3, final set.
We'll be back at the U.S. Open after this word from your local station.
This is CBS.
Here's how he got the break. Watch this forehand. It'll be a big forehand right here down the line.
Gary Wilander.
And watch his reaction.
Nice stoic Swede.
Now Wilander serving. He leads 4-3 in the 5th set.
Quiet, please.
Summarize what's happened. Lendl has 83 winners to Wilander's 37, but he has twice as many errors. Her serve percentage is what's really hurt him. Wilander leading 4-3 in the 5th set.
That was called out.
40-15.
Free plays will never be in tennis. I don't think. It's just too tough.
Men's singles final at the National Tennis Center. The 1988 United States Open Championship on the line between Mats Wilander and Ivan Lendl. Wilander leading 4-3 in the 5th and final set, and 40-30 in this game.
Serve and volley.
Wilander leads 5-3.
There's another look, and under pressure, here he comes. Closes right in and really punches a crisp backhand volley. Very smart play. Coach Jan Anders Sjogren.
Quiet, please.
Sonia Mulholland. That's Mats's wife. I'll tell you, I've got a friend who's working for a production company that's doing a half-hour highlight of the U.S. Open this year. I'd like to see them condense a half hour of this match.
For sure. Much less the whole Open, huh?
Well, that's a tough shot he just executed there. Love 15.
Again, a winner out of
30-15.
nothing. He had nothing to work with. It was such a deep shot by Matza, terrific approach, an even better pass.
So deep in the court, and again, his favorite shot off the back end, down the line.
30-15. Aces for Ivan Lendl. Fifth. Wilander serving for the Mets.
Wilander leads 5-4.
Pat Summerall with Murray Carrillo and Tony Traber. Mats Wilander will serve at 5-4. The final set.
Whatever happens, let's hope there's no controversy, no disruptions. Let them do it with their 2 tennis rackets. Parents,
quiet, please.
Suffering on trying to pull their son through.
All.
In the early part of that point, Wilander made a shot. It looked like he was going to come in behind it. And then it's like he thought better of the whole idea and said, wait a minute. Let me go back to my roots.
And now he served the first point and came in behind it. Although he did eventually have to back up to hit the overhead. I think he'll be in there a couple more times in this game, frankly. 15-all.
Final set.
30-15.
Well, he tied the record. 4 hours, 47 minutes.
2 points away from the #1 ranking in the world. Matz's wife, Sonia.
Quiet, please.
What terrific shots under tremendous pressure. It's returned right at his feet. He has to half volley it. Now you want to see some thunder on a forehand.
30 all.
And his reaction.
Quiet, please.
And it's match point.
Match point.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Tough job keeping him quiet now.
His backhand of Lendl's wasn't only good, it was great.
Right on the baseline and the alley line.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please. Lendl.
Break point for Lendl.
Quiet, please.
Serve and volley. This one just barely misses cross court.
And we're back at deuce.
I think these folks have gotten their money's worth.
It's been a privilege. And it continues to be.
Lendl.
Boy.
please.
Third deuce coming up.
Quiet, please. Advantage, Wilander.
Wilander draws the error off the approach and trots away from it. 1 point away.
Match point number 2.
Quiet, please. Quiet, please, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
4 hours and 54 minutes it took. A grueling 5-setter. Mats Wilander, U.S. Open champion 1988. Again, let's look at match point.
He was serving and volleying again. Didn't even have to make the volley. Strategy that works so well for Mats all day long and on into the night. Sonja Wilander.
And Ivan Lendl, a gallant champion. Exciting match, Mary.
What a pretty moment, too. That's as good as it gets. Sustained quality over 5 long sets. .55, the longest final in U.S. Open history. We're getting set for the ceremony. Tony Trabert has made his way down. All right, let's go down to Tony Trabert.
It's my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce Mr. Joe Vittoria, the chairman of Avis Incorporated. He will first present a check to the runner-up, Ivan Lendl. Joe?
Thank you, Tony.
On behalf of the 11,600 employee owners of Avis, I'd like to present to Yvonne Lendl this check for $137,500.
And now, Joe, you have a check for our 1988 champion, Mats Wilander.
Mats Wilander, it's our pleasure to give you this check for $275,000 on behalf of Avis.
And now to present the championship trophy is Mr. Gordon Jorgensen, the president of USTA and chairman of the U.S. Open Championships. Gordon?
Thank you, Tony. What can you say? Absolutely nothing except to Mats, we crown you the U.S. Open singles champion. Congratulations.
Mats? You're the first Swede to ever win the men's singles here at the U.S. Open. Congratulations. How do you feel?
I don't think I've felt better ever. I don't think so. I feel great. I think it was a great match. I was a bit lucky in the end to win it, but it was sort of my turn, I thought.
Okay, Mats, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, our 1988 U.S. Open men's champion, Mats Wilander.
Thank you, Tony. It's been one of the most exciting U.S. Open championships in recent memory. Steffi Graf winning the Grand Slam yesterday on this same court. And tonight, Mats Wilander taking over the #1 spot in men's tennis with a victory in the Australian, the French, and here at the U.S. Open. He was a worthy winner indeed, and he stopped the dream of Yvonne Lendl become the first to win 4 U.S. Opens in a row. One of the great matches we can recall out here on the stadium court. And so for Pat Summerall, Tony Trabert, and Mary Carrillo, and our entire CBS crew, Tim Ryan saying so long from the National Tennis Center.